Hello everyone. Worked on the out front mower deck project a little bit more last night and tonight after getting off work. I removed what I had this one. I think it was this one attached to the lower arm. The lower arm on the right side of the 79365 Toro 5xi single stage snowblower attachment. Oh boy, my ears are ringing. I was doing drilling here and I should have put some hearing protection on, but so I removed that one. And there's like I talked about in other previous videos, there was two bolts. One was right there, one was right about there, the other was there. I removed one bolt so that can pivot. That arm can pivot. Sorry, my battery, let my battery run almost out. And then I removed that lower arm. This lower arm, and over there, that tall skinny thing standing on its end, that was a toolbox, a very narrow, long, shallow toolbox I must have built like 10 years ago. It bolted to the right side of the inner bed of, either my 2004 or 2009 Ranger. Well, I rescued the hinges from it. So far in this project, I have not spent a dime. I've just used stuff I have sitting around. Bolts, nuts, bolts, hinges, drill bits. But anyway, so I got 3 hinges there. I got one, so there's 1.5 inch square tube attached to the lower arm. Then I get hinges going up to another one. So those two are, so this one is up above into to that direction of the lower bar. So we got a hinge point. So the mower deck can move like this. I haven't decided yet whether I got these right here from Toro 117 Groundsmaster. Those are steering rods. There were steering rods that went from front to back in the mower. The shorter ones went from the steering tower down to the pivot. This was a pivot point for the Toro Groundsmaster that went up to the steering tower. And these longer ones went from the back of that pivot under the belly of the mower back to the rear axle. Do I have one here? Anyway, oh, the place is a mess. So I've thought about running like one of those longer steering rods from about there back to some point on the tractor. Excuse me for burping. I probably would just have some bracket attached to the frame below the footrest, so to keep the mower deck from going like this. Otherwise, if I don't do that, I still could mount angle brackets from this arm, from the red arm to either here or drill into the back of the mower deck. That might be easier. I don't know. The deck probably I should have started the video with my phone and in landscape, but the deck probably, it's not going to move a whole lot that way, but it does need to move that. Okay, so we had previous videos. I had previous videos on calculating blade tip speed because I had to reduce belt speed. So, you know, if I just ran a belt directly from the 7-inch, you can see it there above, kind of the roundish thing will be kind of hidden behind the battery cover. That's the PTO, electric PTO. So the outside diameter of a belt on that PTO is about 7 inches. Outside diameter of a belt on this main input pulley, a double pulley, is about 5.5 inches. So if I just ran a belt straight from that PTO through, you know, pulleys and stuff to guide it, with the engine spinning 3,600 RPM at full throttle, we would have a blade tip speed of 245 miles per hour. That's really fast. You just flaying the grass flat when you got the air moving, got that much air moving. I went through that experiment in the late 90s. It did not work well. Did that in my first Toro 117 Groundsmaster mower. So, laying on its side here is that is a mower deck spindle from a 52-inch mower deck on a Toro commercial walk-behind mower. I parted out, I don't know, late 90s. So it's got a upper pulley that's bigger than the smaller pulley. So I'm going to be mounting that somewhere back in the framework, back in here somewhere. I'm hoping I can make enough room in there. So it's going to be sitting like it is now, about where it is now, but down, kind of down a little bit behind the mower deck. And so there's going to be one belt coming from the PTO going to the big pulley, another belt going from, I'm sorry that I got nuts and bolts and stuff everywhere, another belt going from the small pulley up to this one. It's going to have to turn on its side 90 degrees. That's not hard to do with a belt. So with that one, I'd have a blade tip speed of about 184 miles per hour. So, you know, if I kept working on this, well, okay, that tractor last ran in 2018. I need to charge up the battery. It's probably stale gas in it, so maybe put some seafoam in there, just drain it out and put fresh gas in it. But, you know, I don't know, never know. It might just start right up with a good battery. So you know, I literally could have this thing mowing grass within a week. I really need, my brother has bugged me. You know, he knows I start projects and I don't finish them. My next older brother. And he has bugged me. Why don't you just go back to a project you started and finish it? Because you're just wasting your time starting a project, not finishing it. I've had projects that I've started, not finished, and I just sold them because I thought, I have too many projects and I don't know when I'm going to get to it. But, oh, the upper arm. This upper arm here. I removed the right upper arm for the snowblower. That's the left upper arm. I'm going to have to put like an angle bracket up there. So I have, helps use that left upper arm there. help to, basically create a triangle shape to help support the mower deck, back of the mower deck. I got some casters back there, some small casters back there. You can't see them well. Removed from some dethatcher attachments. I have about, I don't know, 8 or 10 of those I got from several attachments I bought on Craigslist over the years. I think I might have enough room to mount one back there and another back there. I don't know. I might just remove that gauge wheel and remove that gauge wheel. Just get the Sawzall out and remove them if I can fit a caster there and a caster there to support the back of the deck. But I don't know. But this is a fun project to do. I wasn't feeling too well in starting about April because I ran out of the Lyme medicine at the beginning of this year, 2024. It's August, that's the wee hours of the morning, August 22nd, 2024. So I started taking the Lyme medicine again. But I think around early June. So I was really starting to go downhill in April and May. But I'm feeling good enough to work on this. This is a fun project. To the best of my knowledge, Toro never made a kit to mount any of their decks ahead of any of their 5xi tractors. They did for the previous series. There's, you can go on the internet or forums and see where people have the rear out front deck kit. It's basically a support frame where you can hang a regular belly mount mower deck under this frame in front of the tractor, and then the belt comes off the side because they on those 520H and 400 series, the PTO was on the side, not in the front. So the engine was turned, PTO shaft is like this on those. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to have to put without the weight of a mower deck under the tractor. I'm going to probably have to put wheel weights on the back of this tractor, maybe hang some other weights, and well, I could take the ag tires off the back of the 523 DXI parts tractor. The one that I bought May of last year was 65 hours on it. You might have seen the story where someone bought that thing new with a 60-inch mower deck, about 98, 99, and they would have spent, I don't know, at least 10, if not 11 or $12,000 on it, and had someone running it that wasn't checking the oil, ran it low on oil, broke a connecting rod. It looks like the engine was fixed, kind of, put back together by some mechanic that maybe didn't tell him that he just fixed the block, didn't replace the connecting rod, and gave it back to them with 2 cylinders running, and then broke the rear connecting rod, punched a hole in the side of the block. Then they sold it to a family friend. He was going to fix it. That guy has a son who's a diesel mechanic, and he couldn't get his son to come around and help him work on it. And then I bought it for not much money. Not much money at all. I didn't get it for free. Yes, it was over $100. It was well over $100 I paid for it, but traded the 60-inch mower deck. The 60-inch mower deck had 2 frozen spindles. Traded that for 5xi tiller and those rear ag tires that were on a 520-H wheels. So, but I think this should be fun. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I've rambled on long enough. I've been up late. Gotta go to bed. Work at the pizza place tomorrow, technically today. Between my two jobs, I'm only working about 38 hours a week. Prior, or back in January, February of this year, 2024, I was working. My regular week was 52 to 55 hours. And then the weeks that I would work at the car dealership from 7:30 to 4, I was working about close to 65 hours. And that was a brutal week. So that would be a week where I was working car dealership Monday morning, pizza place Monday night, have Tuesday off, work at the car dealership Wednesday afternoon, and again Thursday morning at the pizza place, Thursday at 4 p.m. till close. Back at the car dealership Friday morning, 6:30 till 1. Go home, sleep 2 hours. Work at the pizza place 5 till close, which would be 11:30, 12:30. Friday morning, get up at 6:30. Work the car dealership 7:30 to 4. Drive to the pizza place, sleep in my truck for about 20 minutes, work 5 till 12:30 or 1 a.m. Oh, I forgot to say that week started where I worked Sunday at the pizza place 5 until close, which would be 11, 11:30, 12, 12:30. Really brutal schedule for a guy that has line, but thankfully I did it. I did that for 14 months. But sorry I got off track, got off schedule, but now I'm working a much more sane schedule. I got my schedule changed at the car dealership back in early March, working 3 days instead of 4. I got my schedule at the pizza place changed, a good 2 months ago. I complained about working so late at night, and he took a bunch of my hours away, and I thought, yeah, I need it. I need to go through this stuff. I got stuff to sell. But, yep, green Sears tractor, got to put a starter on it, start it, run it, sell the engine. There's right there's a 266H. I need to dismantle it, sell some of the parts, scrap whatever's left. There's an engine on it. The transaxle's probably good. Way back in the corner, that's the 1200 hour 520 LXI that does not run. It's a parts tractor. That's the one I drove down to southern Wisconsin to buy in March 10th, 2024. Then, of course, we're back at the diesel. Bought that May of 23. Here's the 522XI, the main tractor, which the mower mechanic either disabled or sabotaged the electrical system in it. Then back there, it's the first 520 LXI I bought July of 2018 for $250. Has some light fire damage. About 700 hours on it. Bought it for $250. Sold the 48-inch mower deck on it for $250. So I get zero into it. Well, I bought a wiring harness for it on eBay several months ago. So I need to get the Dixie chopper mower running. I do not need this many more. So I got that tractor to part out, that tractor to part out, that tractor to part out, that tractor to part out. I'm keeping a lot of my Toro 5xi spare parts. Wheels, tires, radiators, transaxles, hydraulics. But that's the only diesel one I've had. Anyway, I need to go home. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye.